Welcome to the Airscale Typhoon project. Very involved project this, 3D printed detailed parts and then plastic for the airframe. First job was to remove all the supports from the 3D printed parts, and it took me a week of evenings going in, initially removing the cage with the sort of cutters, and then you can see there lying on the bench the Magicutter. Sonic knife makes short work of all the supports. Well, I say shorter work. It did take all week and a lot of cleanup. But once we're done, all the prep is done. This sort of thing that you're left with, that is the one-piece cockpit tub. Absolutely stunning. Parts are packed in. You can see why it takes a long time. There's quite a few parts here. It looks like a complete jungle, but methodical, and take your time, and you can slowly release all the parts from the trees. Bit of a cleanup, and then you're ready to start painting and assembling. So you see there I've separated all the bits into relevant compartments. The inside of the doors, they had a lick of black paint first. The cockpit tub had a lick of what was this, LP11, which is a really good match for the painted silver lacquer, and then it's a question of going in with a fine brush and the atom acrylics and picking out all the details. I tend to use a very diluted paint and multiple passes, and you can almost get that sprayed on look if you do that. You can see that detail is absolutely stunning. More detailed painting parts now. The control column, this is all one piece. The control column, the grip gets picked out, fire buttons, things like that. Just a lovely piece of casting. In fact, all the cast parts are lovely, as you can see. So this is the firewall. None of this is going to be seen if I'm honest, but you know, it's a good exercise. Atom paints, they brush paint beautifully. This is the leather, obviously, thin coats, building it up for the toe straps. What's really cool is the contours of the straps are moulded in, as you can see. Just looks absolutely brilliant. Rear bulkhead, this is the armour plate being painted in black. Probably about, I'm not exaggerating, maybe sort of 10 or 15 coats. Very light coats, and then you don't get any brush marks at all. Very diluted, just with water. You can see there it's drying off, and you're left with a very smooth finish. Paint chipping, of course, sponge method, just with some silver, just catching the edges, nothing too heavy. And again, that gives a nice worn effect. The oxygen bottle was sprayed in MRP interior green, then the silver gets picked out. Ammo steel is my paint of choice. The atom paint, no, wrong, actually it's not atom paint, it's the standard acrylic stuff. It's absolutely awesome, as you can see. And again, not much of that is going to be seen. I almost added the some of those sort of braided hoses, but then I thought, okay, you're not going to see it, so I'm not going to bother. This is one of the control panels, and just going in with a fine brush and some colour, so you can see there I've got some silver, some white, some red. And we just go around taking our time, again lots of dilution, and we can pick out all the bits and pieces. Comprehensive decal set. This is the throttle quadrant, you can see the decals on it there. That control panel there has been decaled up, all included in the kit. Really nice instructions. There's the compass, and I did actually add, I punched out some clear acetate. You get is included in the kit. For the glass on that one, instrument panel, all the decals went down first, and then the bits over the top. They had also had decals on, and I picked out some of the dials and the details, and then you sandwich the acetate sheet in between, like old school. Works a treat, as you can see. really good. If you can see layer lines, don't worry about it. You can't see it with the naked eye, and it does get buried in the cockpit anyway. Nicely moulded seat, nicely moulded padding. Just went in using the figure painting technique with acrylic glazes, and then ended up with a bit of an oil wash at the end to pick it all out. One thing that is missing is the slot for the Sutton harness. It should be near the bottom on the back. So I just draped it over the back. So not strictly accurate, but you know, pretty good. The earlier Hawker seat is fine. Now for an oil wash that will pop out all the detail. As usual, Ammo Oil Brusher Starship Filth. Lovely sort of grimy tone. Just works well on almost everything, if I'm honest. It's pretty ubiquitous. And you see that makes a real difference. Brings it to life, adds all the shadows and a little bit of grime and stuff. And now we can start putting everything together. Dry fitting is essential. The instructions, not overly clear, if I'm going to be super critical, but it's pretty obvious where things go. Sort of slots, holes, tabs, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't recommend pushing it down by the top of the control column like that, but yeah, it kind of worked. But you've got to be careful. And you can see it's all coming to life, and just that exquisite detail. Incredible to think that is mainly just one part with a few bits and pieces. The applicator there, you can get, it's like 100 for a couple of quid on Amazon. And absolutely brilliant, bit of a game changer if I'm honest. Because you do want to be neat and tidy with this. You don't really want to get glue splodges everywhere if you can really help it. That little black thing down there, again, very difficult to see when everything's assembled. You could leave it off. It's a bit of an awkward type fit. It does go. Again, dry fitting is, like I say, essential. There's that hyper-detailed control panel going in on the right-hand side, and you can just about see that below the open door, so that's a really good one to do. In fact, all the control panels are fairly well visible, actually. Seat going in, other people have had a bit of a faff. I didn't, if I'm honest, with the seat. It kind of dropped into place, and then you can go in and back it up with a bit of glue from underneath, and you're not going to see the glue splodges on this one from underneath, you're really not. Just on the left hand side you can see the throttle quadrant and the control panel. Again, it's a fiddle if I'm honest, but it does go. I did snap off the sort of cables from the throttle, so I just added them from a bit of rod after. Right, I didn't film making up the harness because it's tedious. So many different parts, almost you can adjust them. They're amazing. Paper and photo etch, fiddly, get it, some good tweezers, a lot of patience. I used Ammo Ultra Glue, which means it's not instant like super glue, but super glue will kind of soak into the paper and can affect it. So yeah, I don't advise super glue if you can help it. I know some people have used the UV sort of resin glue, but Ultra Glue works really, really well. And then you've got to thread the excess up, and then where it goes over the back there, it actually goes onto the support behind the seat. Now that bulkhead is not glued in because I am going to have to sand the fuselage halves, and that fits over it. So you'll see later on, or in the next episode in the construction, the sort of rear bulkhead and the armour plate is not there. It gets added in after. It goes in okay, a little bit of trimming, but it was fine. And there we are, that is pretty much the completed cockpit tub, and I think you'll agree it looks amazing. And just a few parts as well. And that really is the completed cockpit pretty much. There's some scratch building you'll see in just a second on the cockpit walls, but if I'm honest, you're not really going to see it, so you don't have to do that really. But there we are. I think you'll agree that is absolutely stunning cockpit. And being the car door, you're probably going to see more of it than the bubble top, if I'm honest. I'll just leave you with a few pictures that I took of the completed cockpit and its various components. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, I'm going to build the airframe, and it's a little bit complicated. It's not overly straightforward, if I'm honest, just the way it goes together, and it's the design of the aeroplane, not the kit. So stay tuned for next time, and you'll see that. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're astonished as I am at the quality of this thing, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.